Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched Us, directed by Jordan Peele, and starring Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, Elizabeth Moss, Tim Heidecker, and a bunch of other people, and they're all great in this movie. This movie is awesome. So no spoilers in this episode because it just came out. I just saw it here on Saturday of opening weekend. I was originally going to see it Thursday night, but it was like, I think I talked about this before. It was 9:45 p.m. was the showtime. It was like, if this is as creepy as I think it's going to be, I shouldn't see this late at night and then go back home to go to bed. I should go see this during the day. So I saw it in the afternoon, on a Saturday afternoon. It was still light out when the movie ended. So hopefully my nightmares aren't haunted by all the potentially very scary dreams that this movie could have caused. So one of my initial worries was that the trailer gives a lot of stuff away in the movie, and that there wouldn't be very many surprises. And I should have had more faith in this trailer and in this film, because it did not give away too much. It would have been really cool just to see it without having seen a trailer for it at all. Because I was going to go see this movie anyway. Most likely, I would have gone to see this movie within the first week of it coming out, having not seen a trailer at all. But because they've been playing the trailer before a lot of movies, I've seen the trailer a few times. And it did not adversely affect my enjoyment of the film. I still got a lot out of it, a lot of surprises out of it. There's lots of intensity throughout, and it was also very funny throughout, I thought. And I did not think that the humor felt appropriate. In all instances, it did not detract from the intensity of what was going on at all. This is not a spoiler episode. I don't want to give away anything that happens, but there is some good action stuff that goes on. I think you get a sense of that from the trailers. It's pretty violent. And just the production is fantastic. It looks great. The music is great. All the acting is great. You have a couple of young actors that did an excellent job, especially. I guess this is kind of, if you haven't seen the trailer at all, then this is a spoiler. But with the family, they all play they play a different version of themselves, and they all do like a really good job of like just being so different but the same. And yeah, that's an awesome job from the actors and from the directing and the planning and all of that. The sheer logistics of pulling a lot of that off must have been awesome. Like, there's this one scene, I'll try to say this in a way that's not a spoiler, where one of the character and their double are on opposite sides of a car, and you're like tracking across as they're both walking in the same direction, like looking at each other. And the camera shifts focus between the foreground and background of them, of the same actor, which had to be so challenging. And I thought that it was super well done. It was awesome. So all kinds of stuff like that. And then there's also, there's tons of special effects and like action stuff too, that I thought all worked really well. And then some of the sets that you see in the trailer, those are, they're pretty prominent in the actual film. But those are great. Then there's the carnival boardwalk in Santa Cruz. that just looks fantastic in all those night shots. Like in the opening of the movie, it takes place in on that boardwalk and with the carnival games and all of that, and I really enjoyed that, the look of everything there. But yeah, I think that's really all I want to say about it without going into spoilers and all of that. At some point, I'm definitely going to see this in the movie at least one more time. I'm definitely going to see this in the theaters at least one more time. So probably in a couple of weeks, I might do a spoiler podcast and talk about actual story points and all of that. I tried to avoid reading reviews and all of that before I saw the movie, so I wouldn't be thinking about all that kind of stuff. And I think that's the best way to go into seeing any movie. If you have a pretty good sense that you might enjoy a movie, don't read what people are going to say about it. Like, just if you want to see a movie, go see it and then decide for yourself. Because I feel like reading any reviews, and I'm essentially just telling you to stop listening to this podcast, but to read any reviews, whether they're good or bad or whatever, that specifically break down like the story, I feel like is a disservice of seeing it before you see the story for yourself. I think reading a review like that is more beneficial after you've already seen it and you're maybe confused about something that was going on, or like wondering what other people thought was happening, especially with like a mystery or thriller type of movie, with a lot of strange things going on. I feel like reading about saying something has so many plot holes and things like that puts it in your head when you go see it that, oh, well, now I'm going to be thinking about, okay, I'm going to be looking for all the plot holes. And I don't like that phrase anyway. So yeah, I hope that everybody goes see this movie. Also go see Get Out if you still, I know there's some people who haven't seen Get Out yet. Get out of here and go see it. Or actually, you can watch it at home. You don't have to get out to watch Get Out. Both of these movies are great. I've seen Get Out like 4 or 5 times now. So I feel like I need to see Us at least 1 or 2 more times to say whether I like Us more than the other. But even then, I don't think, I mean, I have to choose between the two, which I think is better. I think they're both great currently, and they're both worth watching. The really only determining factor between the two, I'd say, is whether you want to stay at home or not. Because one you can watch at home currently, and the other you can only see it in theaters. So go to theaters now. It's really awesome that it's looking to be the biggest opening for an original film that's like not adapted from anything else, not a sequel or anything like that. I think that's the statistic, which is super awesome. Super awesome. So that's it. Go see Us. You might regret it, but not in like a bad way, I don't think. Is there a good version of regret? It has some like French name. That's it. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you thought about Us. And that said, in the comments for this episode, beware that there may be spoilers in the comments if you're all talking about what you thought about this movie. And as such, me replying what I thought about it, go into more detail and all of that. So beware of the spoilers down there. But let me know. Also on Twitter at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. And I'll be back real soon. I'm actually taking a break from watching The Inventor on HBO, so I could record this real quick before I forget about a lot of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. And actually, I realized as I'm saying that, the real reason I wanted to not forget about stuff was because I wanted to talk about some of the trailers that I saw before this movie. So this isn't the end of the episode yet. Just a little bit more. The trailer for Dark Phoenix, I've been meaning to talk about this for a while, because I've seen it a few times now. I am very excited for this. And one of the criticisms that I've seen is like the screenshots from all of the first class run of X-Men movies, particularly of Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. And it's like, oh, look, it's lighter and lighter makeup, like less stuff to do on there and stuff. And people being upset about it, I think, is kind of silly because the character is a shapeshifter and she can look however she wants. And her character could look different if she wanted it to. So I think that's kind of a silly thing to get upset about. I guess that's the only thing I actually wanted to talk about from the trailer. Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I just saw that trailer for the first time. I am so excited for that. And I have no idea when it comes out, but I'm going to look it up right now after I finish recording and mark it on my calendar because, I'm that looks like it's going to be good. Real good. And I'm excited. Is this like the first Leonardo DiCaprio to film Leonardo DiCaprio to film in a while, I think. I feel like his last film was The Revenant. Has he been anything since then? And that was like 2-3 years ago. So, anyway, I am really excited for that. I'm excited for Dark Phoenix. And then also, oh my gosh, Little looks so funny. I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I've seen the same trailer for it a few times now. And I like the trailer every single time. And I am really excited I think I have talked about this on the podcast before. That it's like reverse of Big, that this high-powered CEO, she is just mean to everybody, and then some girl wishes that she's small, that she's little, and she becomes a young girl and has to go to school and stuff, but she's this CEO who's used to getting her way and all that and just being rude to people, but she's little, so she can't really push anybody. Anyway, I think that looks really funny. And then also I just saw the trailer for Dora and the City of Gold or whatever, the Dora the Explorer movie, and I think that looks really fun. You got Michael Pena as her dad. Like, that alone has me sold on it. Like, as soon as I saw him on screen, I'm like, I'm gonna go see this movie. I mean, it's a kids movie. It looks like it's just fun, and there could be like some intrigue as far as like historical stuff, nature stuff, and all of that, which I think is always great to see in any movie, but especially kids movies. And I don't know if I'll see it in the theater, but I'll definitely watch it at some point, because it does look really fun. All right, so that's it. That is it. Let me know what your thoughts, like I said, and I'll be back real soon with more. Thanks for listening. This has been TIW Podcast. Bye.